Hey guys, it's me, Pretzel Cosplay, and we're here for another tutorial video. Yes! So when you're working with Worbla, you might have come across the issue that there will be seams in the Worbla. When you put two sandwiched Worbla pieces together, there will be a seam in the middle. And maybe it's not a big deal to you if it needs to look distressed or if you are putting some details on it anyway. But if you want to get rid of the seams, I have a technique for you that you can try. So keep watching this video if you want to know how to get rid of Worbla seams. Learn more about crafting with Worbla by buying my book, and also be sure to check out my ebooks and my digital patterns. When making armor pieces with Worbla, a common used method is the sandwich method, where you put one piece of craft foam in between two pieces of Worbla. And then you put those pieces together to create the shapes that you want. That's also the method that I'm using here. In order to create the actual armor piece, I heat both of the pieces up and then press them together, forming a seam in the middle. And in case of air bubbles forming, I just poke them with a pin and then push the air out. Then, when the armor piece cooled down and has the desired shape, you still see that seam, and if it's on a visible place, you might want to hide it. For this, I use some scraps of Worbla and cut them in small stripes. And then I heat up the stripes, and I also heat up the armor piece that I want to attach them to. Because this will activate the adhesive that is in the Worbla. It will activate at about 70 degrees Celsius. So that's why I'm using the heat gun. And then I will just carefully press the little stripe in the middle of the seam. And because this stripe is so thin, it can easily turn around, so I really have to be careful that I attach it straight and not twist it. When the Worbla is still warm and soft, I can already push it a little bit with my hands to flatten it out a little bit. I can't make it fully flat with my hands. You will still see the seam if you would keep it like this and go and paint it. But this will really help. I'm repeating this process over the whole seam to flatten it out a little bit. And I also use the surface of my working table to help me a little bit to make it flat. As you can see, it's already pretty flat, but not flat enough, so we are going to make it even smoother. To do this, I use my rotary tool with the extension, and I'm using some sanding paper on it with a 60 grit. So that's a really rough sanding paper. And then I just sand down the seam until it's smooth enough. I'll just keep on smoothing it out and dremeling and sanding until I like the result. Ooh, look, super smooth. This is what I was going for. And after this, it is time to add some more details to the armor piece. Like you see here, and even more details. I made the white details with Worbla's deco art, for your information. But I see you thinking, I have no rotary tool. Well, There is also a way to get rid of seams without using a rotary tool. So let's see how it works. So here we have another armor piece. This is the bracer for the Demon Hunter. And you also see the seam in the middle. With this, we're going to cover the seams differently. We are going to add some details on it. And in the middle, a stripe to hide the seam. And voila, it works! So those were some methods to get rid of your Worbla seams. I hope this video was helpful for you. Do you already know in which project you are going to use this technique? Let me know in the comments. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, so you will stay up to date about when I post the next video. So see you in the next video. Bye bye!